at all times. Any unattended baggage will be removed and may be destroyed by security services.
Good evening everybody, welcome to another Dad Rail live stream, first one in a little while. We'll be starting on time in approximately 10 minutes.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform. Mind the gap.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Dadrail livestream. First one in what seems like absolutely ages. We're going to be starting bang on time at 20:30 in around about 4 minutes.
Passengers are reminded that smoking is prohibited at all stations and on all train services. This includes e-cigarettes. This is a safety announcement. It is not permitted to cycle, skateboard or rollerblade within the station building.
Hello everybody, how are we doing? First of all, it's a little bit bright, those lights need tuning down a bit. First of all, can you hear me? Do I sound okay, and can you see me? Because I haven't done a stream for such a long time, I'm imagining all the settings are a little bit mucked up. So fingers crossed you can hear me alright. I shall just wait for someone to confirm that in the chat. Also, I am doing a behind the scenes thing on TikTok. Hello TikTok people. If you are watching on TikTok and you want to watch the proper stream, that is dabrow.com/YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube and you want to see the alternative behind the scenes view, then you can go over to TikTok and I am at dadrowofficial. So, just waiting for someone in the chat to confirm that they can hear me and we are all good. Crazy Plays says yes, fantastic. So, it's great to see so many of you here. 28 of you lovely people watching, which is amazing considering I haven't done a stream for probably 3 or 4 weeks, maybe even more than that. Dan H, William, Jack, Geek, Motto, Crazy Plays, Jack, Lawrence Adams, Pig and Bob, Francois, Dan H, I said Dan H, didn't I? Bassett's Trains, so good to have you all here, ladies and gentlemen, absolutely fantastic. We're going to be doing all the usual features then, we're going to be jumping in and out of the Discord server to see what you've been posting over there. If you want to post your links in the Discord server, you can do. There is an invitation link in the description below. We're in the live stream pictures page, and we're also going to be playing our very popular game.
Let's play Locomotive Delivery Location.
That's the one, Locomotive Livery Location. 2 pictures for you today. First one, oh, I've lost my piece of paper with everyone's names on it. No, I haven't. First one has been sent in by Arksin, and the second one, if we get round to it, has been sent in by Will. So, you know, I haven't done this for such a long time, I'm completely out of practice. Before we jump in, all of the opinions expressed within this video are solely my own name, may not reflect those of any companies I may be employed by, associated with, blah, 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 and all of that fantastic stuff. So, now I've done that bit, I think we're about ready to go. Hey! As long as everything stays working, I shall be well and truly happy. So we're doing Train Sim World 2, London Commuter. We're going to do a run from Victoria down to Brighton. Something nice and easy, as I haven't done a stream for a little while. I was expecting everything to go terribly wrong, so I wanted a nice, easy drive, something I'm familiar with. Jack Transport, you're a bit early on the Locomotive Delivery Location there. So let's do a timetable service. We'll do a 377, because I'm a bit boring like that. May and clear, yeah, why not? And I did pick out a service earlier that I thought would work quite well. 1 Alpha 10. Got to try and find it now. 1 Alpha 10. Should we just search it? That'll help on it. There we go. London Victoria to Brighton. 1 hour 9 minute run. So once we jump in, I will try and catch up with the chat and kind of give you a rundown of what's been going on in my life. It's all been pretty boring, if I'm being completely honest with you, but yeah. So just to reiterate as well, if you want to see the behind the scenes alternative view, hello people on TikTok. TikTok at dadrowofficial, I'm currently live over there. If you're watching on TikTok, you want to see the YouTube version, youtube.com/dadrow. So drive this southern service from London Victoria to Brighton. So I haven't done this for such a long time, but I should know what I'm doing because I did used to drive these in real life. So remember the controls, that'll be a miracle. Let's get our safety systems back in to start with. There we go. And key in. Into forward. AWS self-test. Let me know if the game audio is loud enough for you as well, guys. Day running. Off. And we're opening the doors on the off side, so good practice. I'm going to get it out the seat. And press the buttons. And there is our train for today. So we will be calling at T, isn't it? Yes, there we go. Clapham Junction, East Croydon, Gatwick Airport, Haywards Heath, Burgess Hill, Sussex, and Brighton. So yeah, like a semi-fast service. We are not departing until 9:25, so we have a couple of minutes. So if you haven't already, guys, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing. That would be awesome. Nearly at the magic 10,000 mark for subscribers. If you're watching on TikTok, follow. I've got 3 of you watching on TikTok. Fantastic. Oh, excuse me. Right. We shall get going. Hopefully I've done everything right and this is going to work. Well, that's quite interesting. We're a 12 car then. I've just noticed it's only opened the doors on 4 of the carriages. I'm assuming that's going to be a bit of a glitch. We'll wait and see what happens when we get to the next station. PIS is set for Brighton as well, so that is good. Load passengers, wait until 9:25. Okay, so has the game glitched out already? Ooh, I'm not liking the look of this. It's gone 9:25. Should I just shut the doors and go? Right, there we go. Stop at location at Clapham Junction. Off we go into forward. And we are off. Right, let's try and catch up with the chat. Ben Gap, have you any plans on making more drivers vlogs? Yes, Ben, I have loads of plans. I've got a couple that I'm halfway through making, and I will get those out as soon as possible. There will be, and this is an absolute promise, guys, there will be a video out this week as well. That is a 100% promise from me. Robert Lilly, just heard about Jeff and Vicky. So sad. I haven't heard that news, Robert. Maxwell's driving 7 Victor 00 on Train Sim World right now. So we are climbing up Grosvenor Bank. I'm speeding already. What a great start. CRC Chelsea Roleplay Community. Hello, welcome to the stream. Robert, what happens if you skip or overshoot the platform? That will result... Oh, it's very early on in the stream to do this, but I always love doing it. If we overshoot the platform, then this happens. You get team biscuits for your manager. Right, we are 12 cars. The back should be nearly clear. There we go. I knew we were close enough. Hey, the legend that is Sam Robinson is in the stream. Welcome, Sam. If I'd known you were free this evening, bud, we could have done the Great Western together. We keep saying we're going to do that. We do keep saying we're going to do that. So guys, loads of you in the chat. I'm trying to catch up with you all. Yeah, so sorry I haven't been streaming for a little while. I've had a few health issues. Nothing so severe, but enough to kind of put me out of action for a few weeks. And I've had a lot going on at home and bits and bobs, and just general real life caught up with me a little bit. So I've had a lot to deal with, but I am in the most part back, which is good news. It appears Jeff and Vicky are no longer together. Oh, that's really sad. That's really sorry to hear that. Yeah, so that's why I've been a bit absent recently, or very absent recently. So, right, we're going to drop down towards Clapham Junction. Jack Transport, I like how I'm a train spotter and now my girlfriend doesn't shut up about trains. Wonder where she got that from. Jack, if you have managed to get a girlfriend that likes trains as well, then keep her. Marry her. Don't let her go. That's my advice there. Ben Gap, fantastic here. I've just got the job of rail operator with GBRF and your video has been a massive benefit to me. I start training next week. Appreciate it. Thank you. Ben, from one GBRF man to another, welcome to the company. Oh, I'm not supposed to say who I work for, am I, on the stream? Naughty, naughty. I think everyone knows, though, from my pictures. It's pretty obvious. All opinions expressed within this video are solely my own. And all that good stuff. Yeah, LaserJet Mum Rail is fantastic. She's upstairs at the minute, just chilling. She's had a few issues of her own going on, but yeah, she's chilling upstairs at the moment. Two yellows cleared to green, heading down towards Clapham Junction. So we're a 12-car train. We are heading for the 12-car mark. Try not to brake too heavy. I'm going to end up overshooting the platform. Electrostars do have pretty good brakes, to be fair. Yeah, loads of room, loads of room. Look at that. Little bit of 2 just to bring it in for the end. And there's no stop car markers. They still haven't put the stop car markers in. Oh, that was a nice stop. I'll take that. Right, so we are 12 carriages on the 12 car mark. I'm going into neutral and we are opening the doors on the left hand side. So while we are loading passengers, I think it is time.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Delivery location.
That boy Els, what's the hardest part about working on the rails? Probably shift work, if I'm being honest with you. Shift work and fatigue management is probably one of the hardest things about it. Officially Charles Weenie, Train Sim 2455. I completely agree. 100% agree. The two alternative trains I would love to have sim for this route were the 455 and the 700. I reckon we will get a 700 at some point for this route. Whether we get a 455 or not, I don't know. Okay, CRC Chelsea Roleplay Community. You are the third number on my screen. We always go for the third number with number 2. So,
let's play Locomotive Delivery location.
We're revealing what's behind box number 2. Not much to go on there, guys. Not much to go on at all. But like I always say, there is always someone that can get it from next to nothing. You are a talented bunch in the chat. There is always someone. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about that, guys. Did anyone go on the 455 rail tour at the weekend? I was unfortunately working, so I couldn't go. I was on a nice ballast job at Bishop Stortford. I understand it was busy, to say the least. Right, into forward. Look, I'm rolling backwards. Nobody saw that. We got away with that. Right, check the signal. We have a green, and we are off to East Croydon. Train spotting, carp fishing game. Could you get a train driver job with grade 4 and grade 5 GCSEs? Yeah, I don't see any reason why not. Train spotting, carp fisher gamer. I mean, most companies will want, I think it's level 4s, level 5s. As long as you've got maths and English, I think that's what they're normally looking for. And what will happen is you'll be invited to sit an assessment day when you apply to become a train driver. So even if your grades are not the best, they're still going to give you the opportunity to sit an assessment. Sort of do some tests that are relevant to the job so they can assess your ability to do the job. Yeah, that's a good point, train spot from Berkshire. We've still got the southwestern 455s. They're still in service at the moment. Guys, if I've missed your message, do repost it. I will try and get around to all of them. Hello, if you're watching behind the scenes on TikTok. I've got to try and get, if you're on TikTok watching, I've got to try and find a better place to put my phone because you can't see very much there. The alternative view on TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. Live on TikTok, the alternative view. As we come through Wandsworth Common on the down Brighton fast. Mr. Quicko Gaming. Welcome to the stream. Long time no see, indeed. Typing Squirrel, do you turn the wiper off if it's raining? Do you turn the wiper off if it's raining in tunnels? Yeah, sometimes you leave it on because a lot of tunnels are quite leaky. In actual fact, sometimes you turn it off. If the windscreen gets too dry, then the wiper just starts squeaking on it, so it can be really annoying. So yeah, you'd normally turn it off. Robert, how fast do you enter a station, going through Balham at the moment, how fast do you enter a station for, let's say, Tunbridge compared to Sevenoaks? Robert, it depends on so many factors. Depends on how long your train is, the gradient entering the station, what the signal aspect is at the end of the station, what the speed limit is. Some stations, like Sevenoaks, for example, if you've got a 12-car train, Sevenoaks on the up, it's downhill, so you probably want to be coming into that platform no more than about 35 miles an hour, 30, 35. Sevenoaks in the other direction, if you've got a 12-car train in the down direction, you're going uphill, so you can hit the platform quite comfortably at 45 and still stop at the end of it. So yeah, it really does depend on so many factors. Sam, I hardly use the wipers on an Electrostar. I don't know if you find the same, Sam, but it's like one of the features I'd really like to see on trains are rain-sensitive wipers, because you always find, like, you put the wiper on slow or you put the wiper on fast and it's too much to clear the windscreen. You put it on intermittent and it's not enough, and it's like, or it's still too much. It's like, what I'd love to see on trains is rain-sensitive wipers. It would be such a nice feature for drivers. I mean, to be fair, the Class 73s that I drive have still got air-driven wipers that are absolutely atrocious. You've got a little handle at the top, you can move them manually. No such thing as intermittent or fast, just on or off. I've just spilled drink down myself. That's a good start, isn't it? Maxwell, you should do a SimSig stream. Yeah, we could do, Max. I'm just not sure it makes particularly entertaining watching, though. I mean, I quite enjoy playing SimSig, but I'm just not sure it's particularly entertaining for other people to watch. Yeah, best of luck with the revision, Thomas. Thanks for joining us, bud. And I shall send your regards to Mum Rail. So we've just gone through Streatham Common, and we're heading up towards Norbury right now. Cheltenham Train Spotter. That is a really good question. Can engineers drive passenger? I assume by engineers you mean freight train drivers. At Bristol TM, I saw what looked like an engineer take an HST back to the depot as the driver didn't turn up. Do you mean like engineers as in like fitters in the depot? In which case, in some locations, yes, it depends. Some of the... I used to work at the Hitachi depot in Ashford, and we were what were known as shunter drivers. And I know some depots have fitters that are qualified to drive, but they're only qualified to drive in a certain location, so it might be from the station to the depot or around the depot or stuff like that. So they can't go out on the main line as such, but they may be able to bring the train in and out of service. Just depends on what the local agreements are, really. Jay, hey man, new here, just wondering what type of train do you drive? So, Jay, I used to be a passenger train driver. I used to drive Class 375s and 377s on the main line. Before that, as a shunter driver, I used to drive Class 375s, 377s, 495s, 376s, 465 and 466s. My current traction card, sorry, is Class 66s, Class 69s, Class 73s and Class 73-9s. Shark Tales, hello stranger. So we are coming through Thornton Heath. We're going to start climbing uphill into Selhurst, and our line speed is going to drop to 60 just as we get to Selhurst. So because we're going uphill, I'm just going to shut the power back and let that coast back. Maxwell Wynn, what is a 495? Did I say 495? I meant 395. Yeah, so speed's rolling back there. Might just need a little bit of brake to bring it in. Yeah, it's not rolling back as fast as it would in real life there. We're still down for the 60 though. William, can Mumrail join one of the live streams again at some point? I'm sure she will, William. I'm sure she will. Not tonight, but I'm sure she will. Cheltenham train spotter. I always say HST's driver where I live with the door open going at 80 miles an hour. Is that allowed? Yeah, as long as the door opens inwards, then that's perfectly fine. If the door opens outwards, then obviously that would be putting the train out of gauge. So yeah, no issue with that at all. I should imagine the HSTs haven't got air conditioning, so you probably need the door open to keep them cool. So 45 coming up, going through East Croydon. So we're going to get the brakes in for that. A little bit early for that. Rather early than late, though. Robert, on South Eastern, can you drive both high speed and mainline? No, I believe, Robert, when I was at South Eastern, and I believe it's still the case, the high speed drivers and the classic mainline drivers are completely separate. Simon, what's that clicking noise coming from the cab? Nothing at my end that I can pick out on. Okay, so we're a 12-car train heading for the 12-car mark on the platform. Should be right down the end. Oh, they have got a 12-car mark here. That's good. Step 3. Oh, no, that's really bad using brakes. Brake, step 3. Shouldn't be doing that. Didn't need it either. That was panicking, look. Ended up having to release it. So there we go. We are a 12-car train. We are on the 12-car mark. Doors are on the left-hand side. Where are we? Get a decent view of the train. There we go. Right, let's jump in the Discord, see what you lovely people have been posting over there. And I'm guessing that I haven't got my Discord scrolled down, which is why it's not doing what it should be doing. It doesn't look like anybody's posted anything. Somebody was telling me to check Discord, but it doesn't look like anyone's posted anything. We are in the live stream pictures section of Discord, so if you do want to post over there, you can do. And there is a link to the Discord server in the description below, and you are very welcome to join us over there. Okay, lock doors. Gatwick Airport, platform 7. Okay, we have a green signal. Into forward. We're 45 leaving East Croydon, up to 60, then we are up to 90. Okay, sorry, I'm trying to catch up with your chat, guys. Train spotting car. I got a grade 7 in engineering. Will that help to be a train driver at all? Yeah, I mean, definitely the more qualifications you got, the better. I'm not sure engineering specifically is going to help you with driving, but it's certainly a good one to have. Jay, currently studying aircraft maintenance, working towards my B1 aircraft engineering license. I was going to go in for rail engineering license until I realised the pay difference is massive. Fair enough, Jay. Hey, Joe, British Ace, welcome to the stream. Yeah, you're in good company, Jay, because funnily enough, Sam Robinson is in the stream. I'm sure he won't mind me saying this. He used to be a pilot, and then he jumped ships and come on the railway. Jump ships. Is that mixing my metaphors there? Right, coming down towards South Croydon, we're going to go up to 90. Still 60 at the moment until we get clear of the platform. Oh, you're still showing Discord. Right, sorry. Okay. My bad. See, I told you I'm out of practice. I haven't done this for a long time. Lines going off to our left are the Uckfield and East Grinstead lines. I am trying to pick out your messages, guys. Rafe the Train Spot. Hello, Richard. I think Freightliner are getting the new Class 99. I've Wouldn't surprise me if they were, to be perfectly honest with you. Obviously, I assume GBRF won't have exclusivity on them. Yeah, but I'd be quite surprised if other operators didn't come on board, really. For what they claim they're going to be able to do, they are certainly the next generation freight locomotive. Just hope they can prove themselves worthy. As we fly through Pearly Oaks. Robert, age restriction for conductor is 18, I believe. It's 21 for train driver. I believe you can become a conductor at 18. And all you need to do really is just apply to your local train company, see what vacancies they've got. Edward Evans, welcome to the stream. Yeah, long time no see. Everything's great at the moment, Edward. I was saying earlier I've had a few health issues, nothing too bad, but enough to kind of put me out of action for a few weeks, and just a lot going on in general. As we fly through Purley. Okay, guys, should we play a game?
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Delivery location.
Yeah, Jonathan, GB, a rail freighter getting the Class 99. I've known that for about the last year. I'm glad they finally announced it officially, because it's been quite... I've wanted to tell people and I haven't been able to. Volts, what advice would you give someone who wants to be a signaller? That's a really good question. I would advise anyone who wants to be a signaller to make sure that they give freight trains green signals all the time and don't worry about the passengers. Because freight is far more important. All opinions expressed in this video and all that. Right, Matthew, you're the third one on my screen with number 4.
Let's play Locomotive Delivery location.
Revealing what is behind. Oh, not much to go on there, guys. Not much at all. Some trees. I'll give you a little hint on this one as well. This is not taken at a station. It's taken at a line side vantage point, but it is quite a popular one. So we are passing, we're on the down Quarry line now. We're passing through what is known as the Covered Way. When the line originally opened, this used to be a tunnel. So we are good for 90, so let's get her going. And our next stop is Gatwick Airport. Terry, are you going to have a go at the steam when it comes out at the end of the month? Oh, yes. Most certainly looking forward to that. I've got no idea. I've kind of got a little bit of idea about how to drive a steam loco, but yeah, I'd be really interested to have a play on that and see how well it's been done. Cheltenham GWR Class 158. William, thanks for joining us, bud. So 59 of you lovely people tonight. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing. That would be awesome. Don't forget as well, hello people on TikTok, if you want the behind the scenes view. It's not much of the behind the scenes view. I mean, you can see my keyboard and my controller and the microphone. We are live over there. All on Discord. Should be able to start posting in the live stream pics chat. Did I break it, Sam? I've been playing with Discord today. Did I break it? Robert, how young is the youngest job on the railway? I want to say 18, Robert. I believe it's sort of down to insurance and stuff like that. We are coming into Quarry Tunnel. This takes us under the North Downs. We come out the other side of the tunnel and we go straight over the M25. One person watching on Discord, TikTok. Hello, one person on TikTok. One person on TikTok, if you'd like to watch the full stream and join in with the chat, we're at youtube.com/dadrail. And we're playing Tracy World, London to Brighton Commuter Route. Slightly, but all sorted now. Brilliant. It should have worked, Sam, so that new members who are in the waiting room can also post in there. So, yeah, thanks for sorting that out, Sam. Appreciate that. Should we jump over there and make sure it is working? Way, lots and lots and lots of skips. I need to change the way my screen capture works on this because it's not working very well. I'll sort that out after the stream. I knew something would be broken. There we go. Cheltenham Trainsport, have you ever tried London Paddington Penzance on Train Simulator? No, I haven't played that particular route on that. Hucking bikes. I'll get demonetised for that. Anyone notice that Haywards Heath is wrong on Train Simulator 2? Can't say I have actually. No, I mean it's not 100% accurate, but the track layout's pretty good. Edward Evans, thanks for joining us, bud. Yeah, so on a bit of a downhill gradient here, rather than fan the brake on and off, I'm just going to take the speed back to about 85 and then just let it roll. If that's the clicking sound you meant, I'm not quite sure what that is exactly. We are going to drop to 80 just as we come out the tunnel anyway. This is officially known as Red Hill Tunnel, but known locally as the Sand Tunnel, which has scenery clipping through the top of it. And a rendering issue as well by the looks of it. Ah, brilliant. Thanks, Sam. Like I said about the 80 and still missed it. As we come round the corner into Ellswood, we are on a bit of track that Sam signs as well now. So, Sam, where is your braking point for Gatwick if you're on the fasts? Oh, he drives turbos, he'll never be on the fasts. I drive freight, so I'm never on the fasts either. And we don't know what braking point is on the freight either, because we never stop anywhere. Cheltenham Trainspotting, is it fun driving light loco in real life? It's as fun as driving any other train, I would say. There are different speed limits you have to obey being light loco. So, unless your company's operating instructions dictate otherwise, if the line speed is 90 miles an hour or less, light locos are limited to 60. If the line speed is 90 or above, light locos are limited to 75. There are exceptions for certain types of tractions. For example, the Class 68, I believe, is allowed to do 90 as a light engine. The reality of it is, though, with light engine, you haven't got a great deal of brake force. So, and you haven't got, if you get slippery rails and low adhesion, you haven't got many wheel sets on the track conditioning the rails, so you can slip quite a lot quite easily. And locomotives like the Class 66, you'd think you'd whack them open light engine and they'd absolutely fly off, but they don't, because the computer goes, oh, there's no load on this, you don't need that much power, and it'll just throttle it back for you. So, yeah. Robert, what's your favourite passenger company that you would like to drive? Not really sure, Robert. I think I'd quite like to drive across country. I like the idea of driving Voyagers. But yeah, not entirely sure, to be fair. Sam says the rattle is the door where the DIO monitors are, and the bracket that locks it in place on the right, where the handle is that makes the ratting. You mean on the Cuckoo door? The Cuckoo door is this door here. It's the cab communications unit door. That could well be that. Could well be. I see Mum Rail in the background. Yeah, I believe she's feeding the cats. We have cats now. We have 2 kittens which are roaming around. I'm surprised they haven't walked over the keyboard yet, to be fair. I can hear Mum Rail, she's behind me. LWR, not too much of a freight fan. A late one delayed my TfL rail service by 10 minutes. Right, so we are coming down towards Hawley. We'll have to get a bit of braking in a minute, I reckon. At Dadrail, when would you ever welcome Reggie's Transport Videos to Dadrail, new subscriber. So I'm going to use Hawley as my braking point. I'm just going to whack the brakes on there and hope for the best. I was reading a comment and I've lost it. Would you ever turn the AC off or the aux? AC you would sometimes turn off. If I'm going through a tunnel and there's a steam engine or there's been a freight train or something in front of me, platform 7, position 4 route indicator, position 3 route indicator, sorry. If there's been a steam train or a diesel train or something in front of me and the tunnel's full of fumes, sometimes I might turn the AC off because that can get sucked into the train. Aux off you only really use if you're shutting the train down or berthing it, or if you're turning it back on and back off, if you're turning it off and back on again because something's gone wrong. It's just like any computer, you know, if the train breaks, turn it off and turn it back on again. It works every time. So we are a 12-car train. We are heading for the 12-car mark. Debate whether I'm going to need brake step 3 there. What are we reckoning? We might come in 2. Have faith, have faith. Loads of room. I should have left it alone. Oh, I'll take that. That was a pretty good stop. We'll take that. We'll happily take that. Okay, so we are 12 carriages. We are on the 12 car mark, and doors are on our left. And while we're at Gatwick Airport,
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Delivery location.
Sam Robinson, signal before Hawley works for me at 90 in a turbo. You're brave doing 90 in a turbo, Sam. That's got to be into brake step 2, I'm guessing, 50% braking. I don't know about you, Sam, but I've driven the turbo on here a couple of times, and it feels like the brakes are unrealistically sharp. The train sim brakes on the turbo. Okay, who's going to be the third number on my screen? Cheltenham Train Spotter, you're the first. Matthew Rice, you are the third number on my screen with number 1.
Let's play Locomotive Delivery location.
We're revealing what is behind box number 1. Oh, come on, guys. This is... I mean, normally you're doing really, really well on this, but the numbers you're picking today are just not working, are they? They're just not working. I mean, someone might recognise that house. Is that your house? Do you recognise that house? It's like an episode of Through the Keyhole going on here, isn't it? You never know, you never know. Right, we are running well early, and as we are so early, we'll jump into Discord as well. GBRF 47s, look at those beauties. I would love to drive a 47. Is something I would absolutely love to drive. I get to drive 69s, which is close, but I'd love to drive a 47. 47 and a 60, I think, loco-wise, are the two locos that if I had an opportunity to, I'd love to drive a 47 and a 60. Wait until 9:58. Must have been speeding. Sam, loud, very loud and bouncy. No step 1, the turbo on the game is hilarious. Way too fast and slows down far too quickly. Turbos aren't the best at slowing down. Hey Deborah, have you heard that Rangers have got to the Europa League final? Well done, Rangers. I'm not a particular football fan myself, but there we go. Yeah, LaserJet, there's a problem with the way my screen capture's working for Discord at the moment. I'll sort that out after the stream's finished. Christopher Dizanyaki, I sign them. You sign everything, Diz. Ladies and gentlemen who love 455s, Christopher Dizanyaki, who's just entered the chat, is one of the drivers that is currently taking them for scrap. So you can share the love with him. I'm sure he'd absolutely love to hear it. He took one yesterday to Bristol, Newport, for scrap. So you can share the love. Right, Hayward Heath, off we go. Cheltenham Train Spotter, do train companies ever combine two different train units, say a Class 158 and a turbo, to make one train? I know Great Western used to do 150s and 143 combinations. Yeah, I suppose providing the couplers are compatible and the units are compatible, I suppose it can happen. I think Southern used to do 4-5, or Southern and Southwestern used to do 4-5-6 and 4-5-5 combinations as well. So yeah, it certainly does. It certainly can happen. It certainly can happen. LaserJet doesn't like 4-5-5s. Right, we are on the down Brighton fast, just coming towards Tinsley Green, which is the name of the junction coming up. Used to be a station here as well, called Tinsley Green Station, which was the original Gatwick Airport station. LWR at West of England Trains, Dad Rail, your London Transport race video inspired me to go to the next one, except that's the weekend I'm busy. And the first weekend of the Crossrail. Yeah, unfortunately I can't go on the next rail race. Transport race. I was really looking forward to that, but that's the day I go on holiday, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm the one after that. As long as I'm available, I'll certainly be doing it. So yeah, if anyone's seen my London Transport rail race video, if you haven't seen it, then go over to YouTube and check that out. But if you want to take part in the next event, on our lines on Twitter, they're completely free to take part in. All you need to do is pay for your travels, just an Oyster or travel car for the day. And their next one is on the 20. I want to say it's the 28th or the 28th, I believe, of May. No, it will be the 29th of May. 28th, something like that. On our lines at Twitter, go and check it out. Dadra, have you heard the 313s are going in December? Oh no! Reggie's Transport Videos, do you remember me on the class 375 going into Roberts Bridge? Ah, are you the chappie that come up and spoke to me when I was travelling up to do the gypsum? If so, then yes I do. Coming down towards Three Bridges. Mr. Quicker Game, do you remember doing your GCSEs as I'm currently doing them? Oh, it seems like such a long time ago for me. I didn't do particularly well in my GCSEs, if I'm being honest with you. I done well enough to do what I needed to do, but I could have done a lot better if I'd put a bit more effort in. The trouble is, guys, and I'll be completely honest with you, you don't realise how important school is until you're not there. I look back at it now and I think, oh my god, I wasted so much time. Missed opportunities. But hey, I'm doing a job I really enjoy doing, so it's not all bad. Cheltenham Train Spotter, do you get 37s operated by Kolos or Rail Operations Group where you are based? Yeah, we occasionally get 37s in the yard. I don't sign them, unfortunately. I've had a couple of rides on 37s though. Nice locos. I say nice locos. Interesting locos to ride on. Noisy and uncomfortable. But yeah, unique. Jackman 2007. Good evening. Right, we are coming down towards Balcombe Tunnel Junction where 4 lines go into 2. Let's see if we can get... Look, I'll show you the board.
Let's play Locomotive Delivery Location. Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
Let's see if we can pick a better number this time. Come on, guys. Let's see if we can get a better number. Third one to come up on my screen. Northern Princess Productions, welcome to the stream. Ah, I forgot about the 80. Sacked. Just for the corner, it goes back up to 90. No, not in this direction, it goes all the way through the tunnel. The other direction, it's just for the corner. Although I do actually believe, if you check the sectional appendix, the 90 actually starts as you go into the tunnel. Right, where are we? Reggie's Transport Videos, you are the third one on my screen with number 11.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
This could be a good one for you. Oh, look at that. That's giving it away. That has most definitely given it away. Sam says TPWS fail. Not sure, Sam. It's only a reduction from 90 to 80, so I think I'll get away with that. That's come on, guys. That's made it easier. Cheltenham Transport says cross-country Voyager. Mr. Quicko, that's a 220. Northern Princess, cross-country 22X. A Voyager I'll accept. Because I can't remember whether it's a 220 or a 221. So, we'll just go Voyager. I'll take that. I'll take that. Jackman, yeah, as Jack says, the real question is it a 220 or a 221? As we come through Balkan. I'll accept either. Just got to get that location, guys. Just got to get that location. It's in northern England somewhere. See if that helps. I'll give you a little clue. It's in the northeast, actually. That may help. That may help. So, 64 of you lovely people watching tonight. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing. One person watching on TikTok. Hello, one person watching on TikTok. We have a behind-the-scenes sort of stream on TikTok. Hello, TikTok person. So if you want to head over there and watch that, you can do. If the one person on TikTok wants to watch us on YouTube, youtube.com/Jack. Cheltenham, no, it's not Newcastle. Not Newcastle. Not that far north. As we come on to the beautiful Ouse Valley Viaduct, I would love to get my drone up here in the Ouse Valley Viaduct and do some filming. Technically, there's absolutely nothing preventing me from doing so, but there are signs on the public footpath below that specifically say no drones. And although in terms of rules, the signs are actually unenforceable because I've got every right to fly my drone there. Taking off and landing from a public footpath, I'm not in a restricted airspace zone, blah-de-blah-de-blah. But the signs say don't do it, so I'm not going to do it. But yeah, technically, there's nothing to stop me doing it. Reggie's Transport Videos, this is my first time being on a stream. Are you enjoying it, Reggie? Right, 2 yellows. Our red is at the end of the platform at Haywards Heath. So I'm going to get a little bit more brake in there, get rid of some of that speed. We're going over Copyhold Junction at the moment. And now we're carrying out what's called commentary driving. So 1 yellow, red ahead, which is something you're encouraged to do, and by saying it out loud you're placing it in your working memory. So by saying it out loud you have the feedback of your voice going back into your ears, so it just helps you to keep it in your working memory. It's called risk triggered commentary driving. So red ahead, that is coming in way too fast. I want to get a lot more speed off of that. No more than 20 at the AWS magnet, heading towards a red signal. So we are stopping at Haywards Heath. But when we've got a red signal at the end of the platform, we're stopping for the signal, not the station. So if that signal wasn't red, I'd be coming in here a lot quicker. But because it is red, we're obviously coming in a lot slower because we're stopping for the signal, not the station. So we are 12 for the 12. That was 20 at the magnet. That's fine. Red ahead. That'll be the reason why. And we're target fixing the red all the way up till we stop. We are red ahead. Normally you would aim to stop a coach length from the signal or a loco length from the signal. However, situations like this where we're stopping at a station, that's not always possible. So we stopped at the red signal, we're going to secure the train, so we go brake step 3, set the DRA and into neutral. So now we've done that, the train's secured, we're now going to check 12 car train, 12 car platform, platform on the left, open the doors. The danger is here, and this is one of the reasons you have your DRA. If you've got a conductor on, platform staff don't check the signal, conductor doesn't check the signal, doors close, conductor goes, like that. You're going through your bag, looking for your lunch. The conductor's gone ding ding. You go, oh bugger, doors are shut, time to go. Ding ding, into forward, pull the power back, bang, straight through the red signal because you weren't paying attention. So that's one of the reasons you set your DRA, because you're gonna, if that situation happens, you're gonna pull the power on, the train's not gonna move, and it's gonna give you a few seconds to think what's going on here then, and then you're sort of gonna twig about the signal. But yeah, in this situation, we can now take the DRA out because the signal's cleared. And we have got a little bit of time to play a game.
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery Location.
Robert, are you allowed gum on the job? If you're talking about chewing gum, then yeah, absolutely. I find actually chewing gum is a good way of managing fatigue. If you're feeling a bit tired or something like that, chewing gum, giving yourself something to do, can actually be a really, really good thing to do. Reggie's Transport Videos. Yesterday I was at the West St Leonards foot crossing and I got a tone. That is Grove foot crossing at West St Leonards, and that is about 10 minutes walk from my house. Can't read your username. I'm going to call you Vivo. I should really be preparing for my job interview, which is tomorrow right now. But this is so much more entertaining, not going to lie. Good luck with your job interview. Okay, South Freaks for our productions. You're the third one on my screen today with number 10.
Let's play Locomotive Livery Location.
There we go, guys. Yeah, I think we're 100% on the train. That's definitely a cross-country Voyager. Just need to see if we can get that location, guys. So 3, 7, 8, 12, 16. One of those numbers next. Giving you little tips. And we'll check the Discord as well because we've still got 30 seconds before we leave. Oh, look at those Class 60s. Beautiful machines. Thanks, Luke. And the Hastings unit there, the Thumper. Beautiful, beautiful machine. I'm hopeful that at some point in the future, maybe in 20 years' time, but at some point in the future, hopefully I'll get to drive the Thumper. We'll see. We'll see. We've got some skips. Some 67s. Right, where are we? Locked doors. Train delayed due to driver talking. Okay, so we've got a green signal. Jack, no, it's not Darlington. Into forward. And we are off to Burgess Hill. Northern Princess Productions, that's not Ferry Hill. Robert, how long before departure time do you/conductor close the doors? When I was on the platform dispatching, I believe it was 30 seconds before we were told to do. Laserjet, do you sing songs on the job like driving if you're bored? Yeah, Laserjet, I absolutely do. I'll be completely honest with you. If I'm feeling tired or I'm feeling bored, you're feeling fatigued, you know what? Singing, chewing gum. Do you know what? If it works for you, it's not stupid. At the end of the day, if it stops you having an incident and stops you being involved in a SPAD or anything like that and keeps you alert, then it's not stupid. If it works for you, keep doing it. Northern Princess, north or south of York? I believe it's marginally to the south. When I mean say marginally, I mean like very marginally. You're probably giving it away now. Jackma 2007 just had a red with a feather. That's unusual, Jack. Hopefully that red didn't stay red. Or did you have a subsidiary signal on it? That boy LS, that boys. Would you recommend going into platform work to land yourself a higher chance of getting a driver job? 100% yes. There is a video on the channel somewhere, I think it's called How to Get a Train Driver or How to Become a Train Driver or something like that. And one of the things I say on there, and I emphasise it really highly, get your foot in the door. Get a job on the platform, get a job as a conductor. Applying to become a driver through internal routes is the best way to go by a long shot, because once you've got your foot in the door, you're going to build up a rapport with management. They're going to get to know you. The cost to train a train driver is something ridiculous, like 100 grand, you know, and they want to invest that money in someone with, pardon the pun, a proven track record. So if you've got your foot in the door and you've proven that you're a reliable member of staff, you're quite clued up, you're willing to learn, then all those things are going to go in your favour. Jonathan, cross-country voyager at Hull, not Hull. Northern Princess Reductions, Colton Junction. I don't know where that is, so I'm guessing no. DC train spotting, no worries, bud. We are coming through Withersfield, followed by Kemah Junction. I am going to whack the brakes on here, because that feels like a good place to put the brakes on. Not Loughborough Junction, Jonathan. Not Loughborough Junction. Should we do it again?
Post your numbers now for Locomotive Livery location.
Northwest train spotting, hello. Colton Junction is at York. We might need a steward's inquiry into this one because... we might need a steward's inquiry because the location I've got down might be Colton Junction. I might just have it down as a different name. Right, we are 12 for the 12 coming into Burgess Hill. Jonathan, you are in with number 9. You're the third one on my screen. Oh, these stops are coming in really nicely now. You know, I'm getting these down. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. Right, step 3, neutral, 12-car train, 12-car mark, doors on the left. Right, who did I say we had? Jonathan with number 9.
Let's play Locomotive Livery location.
There we go, guys. We are getting pretty close to Brighton as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you... Matthew, you were the next one after that, so I'm going to give you Matthew's one as well, because we haven't got time to start game 2, but I want to make sure we get game 1 finished. So that could be what you need. Northwest train spotting, perfect stop, thank you very much. Lock doors. Into forward, that always helps. Right, let's go. Terry, Richard, what is the reason for putting the reverser into neutral? Because of the interlock, you can't power up with the doors open, so you shouldn't be able to move anyway. Yeah, no, you're correct, Terry. You can't power up once the doors are open. Depending on what version of software you have on your train, when the doors are open, when you've lost interlock, you'll actually get a full emergency brake application. By going into neutral, you can take your foot off the DSD pedal without any alarms or anything going off, and it just kind of gives you that opportunity to pause. I used to find you've got the power handle here, door buttons there. So I always used to find if you're going brake, doors, brake, doors, brake, doors, by going brake, neutral, doors, it gives you that split second to kind of think about what you're doing. Because if you're getting in the habit of going brake, doors, brake, doors, brake, doors, you're not necessarily thinking about your train being stopped in the right place, the platform being on the right side, and all stuff like that. So it was literally just a way of breaking that routine. So it was brakes, it was stop, neutral, check my formation, doors. It just kind of brake doors, brake doors, brake doors. Don't want to be doing that because one day the platform's going to be on the right and you're going to go brake doors because it's a muscle memory reaction. I forgot the word I'm looking for. It's an automatic reaction. You're going to go brakes, doors, muscle memory, and the platform's on the right hand side. So by doing that, you're just literally you're breaking that routine up and just buying yourself a couple of seconds thinking time. So that's the only reason for me doing it. I think some companies mandate it. Some companies don't. So yeah, where I was, it was just down to individual choice. Better get some brakes in if we're stopping at Sussex. Northern Princess Productions. Dude, that's the station approach to York. Do you know what? I can't even argue with that point. Matthew, no, never driven Sentinels. Rafe, cross country, class 2 Toyota approaching York. See, I've done a perfect start and then I've butchered this one. I wasn't paying attention to me driving. That's alright. 12-car train. Good thing about having a 12-car train is we've got lots of platform to play with because we're always stopping at the far end of the platform. Maxwell, GBRF or Southeastern, which one would I recommend? Depends on what you're looking for from the job, Max. Look, brake step 3. Completely butchered that. Oh, he's going to overshoot. Yeah. Cool. Right. So what I'm doing in real life now, okay, is I'm looking out the window and I'm going, oh, the first set of passenger doors on the platform. Yeah, close enough. And then we're going. Right. Let's sit in the chair first. That'll help, won't it? I thought it was going to be a perfect run. Into neutral. 12 on the 12. Open the doors. That's all right. We got away with that. That's because I was explaining about control and power handles and not paying attention to what I was doing. No, I didn't see anything either, Northwest. I absolutely did not see anything. Right, we are locking doors. Something just popped up on my TikTok. I'm not paying much attention to TikTok because I'm streaming on here, so whoever just popped up with something, hello. I did notice, but I didn't get there in time. Right, we are off to Brighton Platform 4, so we're going to be diligent. We are going to just stand up and check the signal. We've still got a green. That is good. And off we go. Come on, off we go, off we go. DC, loving the tea and biscuits graphic. CP Trains, I got sent a video of you in a double header yesterday. Oh, that was absolutely hellfire. So yeah, yesterday I had 69004 and 69005 in a double header on the gypsum service. Not sure if you're aware on that one. 69005 was doing all the work. 69004 was purely there as insurance. Because 005 hasn't completed its testing yet. I believe it has now. I believe it was out on its own for the first time today. But 005 hadn't completed its testing, so 005 was doing all the powering. 004 we were just there as an insurance policy for that. I had a nice quiet run home because coming home I was driving from 004 with 005 behind me. So I was in full power on my power handle and I couldn't hear anything because the loco behind me was doing all the work. So it was lovely and quiet driving home yesterday. Right, coming down towards Quarry Tunnel, very picturesque. We are fast to Brighton now as well, aren't we? Beautiful Quarry Tunnel. Mr. Quicko Gaming, we need context to that comment. We need context to that comment. CP Trains, the TikTok audio is coming in earlier than the YouTube audio. There is a huge delay on the stream. It's literally about 10, 12, 15, 20 seconds, something like that. It's a massive delay on the stream on YouTube. There always is. Really good. My monitor's about to power off this thing. Fixwell, thank you very much. Very kind, sir. Can use DRA instead of reverse at a station? No. DRA should only be used when you're at a red signal. You don't use DRA when just stopped at a station. So the only time you apply the DRA is if you're stopped at a red signal, if you're stopped at a station that has a red signal at it, so that's still stopped at a red signal. You're stopped at a station where there is no starting signal, but the previous signal was passed at danger, one yellow, or was a subsidiary signal. In those situations you would set the DRA at a station, but otherwise no, you wouldn't. Yeah, Matthew, that's the one I was just talking about by 005. Yeah, I had that yesterday. Pig and Bob 69's in Tracy Mod 2. I am I can't say anything really, but obviously I'm an ambassador for Dovetail Games, which is fantastic. But I'm also on the beta testing team, and some of the projects they have in the pipeline make me very excited. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm allowed to say until things are officially announced. But some of the projects I have seen make me very excited. Dad Rad, if you're looking for the easiest one to drive, would it be Southeastern or GVRF? I think passenger trains are easier to drive in freight trains than freight trains in terms of operating the train and driving it. I think passenger trains are largely one lever, pull it backwards to go, push it forwards to stop. But I think we should be slowing down to 75 for the tunnel. Really not paying attention when driving now. Yeah, so I think freight trains require a lot more skill and a lot more practice to master than passenger trains. But I feel passenger train is a different driving discipline in so much that I think the driving could be a lot more intense. Driving passenger trains, you're stopping at stations, you've got to worry about stop shorts, fail to calls, wrong side door releases and stuff like that. You've got to worry about dealing with passengers, platform train interface. So although I feel actually driving the train there's more to master as a freight driver, I feel like largely they're two different disciplines. So they both have their good and bad points for sure. CP trains. Are the 69s heading off on Who services soon? I don't think I'm allowed to comment on that. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to comment. So if I'm not sure I'm allowed to comment, I'm saying. Sam, right, time for the last 3 Marlows for me. Have a great evening. Yeah, and you, Sam. Enjoy your pre-trips to Marlow. Hopefully you'll be driving better than I am on this stream. Thanks for everything, Sam. Really appreciate it, bud. Thanks for all your help with Discord and everything else. Definitely owe you a beer at some point. I've been saying that for a year. Right, the 40's a little way around here. I always slow down a bit too early for this 40, even in real life. It feels like it should be sooner. It's just after the signal there. But it feels like it should be much sooner. You've got the cab window open. I have. That does make quite a difference, that, doesn't it? Right, there's our 40. Of which I said and still didn't slow down for. There we go, we're good for that. So it'll be 25 just as we get to the signal with a theatre box on it. We are 1 yellow, we are going into platform 4. I said 25, didn't I? I still didn't slow down for it. Started off with such a good drive. As we come round into Brighton. Quick look in the Discord. Oh, look at that. 47's beautiful. And the Perry People Movers. I must go for a ride on those. I've got to head up that way and go for a ride on those. So, coming into Brighton. We want to be doing no more than 15 at the platform ramps. 15, not 16. There we go. And 10 miles an hour for the AWS. No more than 10 miles an hour for the TPWS loops approaching the buffer stops. We should be about 200 yards from the buffer stops. They don't work in this game. I've said that before. I wish the TPWS was functioning properly. If you go over them any more than 10, they will trip you out. The emergency brakes will come on and you will be having tea and biscuits. Oh, the level of concentration there is unbelievable. Whee! Right, so we go step 3. The buffer stops are classed as a red signal. You might have noted our previous signal was 1 yellow. The step 3, DR8 neutral. We're going to check our train formation. We are a 12-car train. We are on the buffer stop, so we must be in. And the platform is on the right-hand side, so as good practice, I've got up out the door and I'm opening the doors on the right-hand side there. I'm now going to return back to the sea. I'm going to shut the cab down, so tail lights on. They have got an auto setting, and I've said before I don't use the auto setting because I used to drive 375s which don't have the auto setting, so I always do it manually. And key off. When we get off the train, it's always a good idea. Make sure the windows are shut, and always walk around to the back of the train and just check that the red lights are up. So do a physical check. It's always a good idea. Gold medal! Look at that. That's not too bad at all. Stop accuracy. Other than Sussex, which wasn't great, they're pretty good. 30, 40, 56, 54, 09, 08, 15, 15, 19, 19, 32, 28. So, and well and truly running on time there, yeah. I'll take that. Not a bad little run at all. Not a bad little run at all. Trying to pick up on some of your questions here as well. I'll see if I can have a look at those in a minute. What's the time? Do we want to do another run? Maybe a little jolly down to Seaford in a 313 or something like that. What's everyone's thoughts on that? We can do that. We can go for a little, or maybe a Brighton to Eastbourne in the class 47 or something like that. As I really like 47s. Or we can call it a night. Let me know what you're thinking in the chat, guys.
Let's play Locomotive Delivery Location.
So yeah, thanks very much to Arksin for sending this one in. I think we've had a few people got this right now. That is Cross Country Voyager, and I have got it down on my list as the viewing gallery from the National Railway Museum. So all the junction names you were saying around York, you could well have been right, and I wouldn't have had any idea at all. So yeah, definitely. Well, thanks very much to Arksin for sending that one in. So yeah, Cross Country Voyager, National Railway Museum. So York, I'll accept York's. I'll accept York. That's pretty good. So yeah, no worries. Okie dokie, people. So what are we thinking? Southeast Rail Production says 47. Robert, yes, on the 313. Brighton, Lewis, 313. What traction do you sign? Nemo 4739. At the moment, 66s, 69s, 73s, and 73.9s. I quite fancy doing the 47 guys on a run over to Eastbourne, and then we'll wrap the stream up there because I haven't streamed for such a long time, so I'm taking advantage of it. You see, and we've only been going for just over an hour, so we're not doing too bad. I will be streaming again on Saturday evening at the usual time of 8:30 as well. So if you're about Saturday evening, be great to see you then. Few people want the 313 pulled by a 47. Oh, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it? I'm going to do a 47. Because I like 47s. Vintage Rail Tour. So this goes Lewis to Eastbourne, doesn't it? 27 minutes. We'll play this one and then we'll call it a night. Jack, do you still sign 375 seeing as you have moved, or does your competency get squashed? Yeah, my competency for 375s has lapsed, so I won't require a full course on them again, but I would require a refresher. POV, my name is Kieran Walsh. Your content is really inspirational to me. I'm currently suffering from type 2 diabetes and lung cancer, so if you could shout me out, I'd be overjoyed. Keep up the good work. I'm really sorry to hear that, Kieran. I'm really pleased you're enjoying the content, bud. Yeah, as Robert says, guys, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. That would be really, really cool. So Lewis, I think, has been done. Lewis has been done absolutely beautifully. And there is our logo, 57.634. What a beauty. I've got to remember how to drive it though. This could be interesting. That's the reverser there, isn't it? Key's already in. Key is in. Key's in now. Okay. Is there an AWS on this anywhere, guys? I thought there we. Okay, that should sound the AWS. Is there an isolation switch or something I need to worry about? No, we won't worry about that so much now. Right, lock doors. In reality, we wouldn't lock doors while we're against a red signal. We'd want that signal to clear before we even consider locking the doors. But I know the dispatcher won't let us go until that until we have locked them in the game. It's the way the game works. Northwest train spotting. As a dovetail games beta tester, do you like the routes that are being released? Thoughts? Some of the stuff that's coming up makes me very excited. That's all I can say. I like the stuff that's currently been released. Yeah, I do like a lot of what they've put out. I was quite interested, and bear in mind, although I'm a beta tester, I'm not privy to any like insider information of dovetail games or anything like that. So I only get to kind of test the products that are coming up. But the way Train Sim 21 has been changed to Train Sim Classic, I wonder if they're sort of going to start to wind Train Sim down a bit. Yeah, I'm trying that, Jonathan. Doesn't seem to be doing very much. Tove or Tuff did a night shift at Lewis last week. Awesome. Yes, I do wonder if they're going to start to wind Train Sim Classic down a bit now. We're going to be more focused on Train Sim World, which I wouldn't be too disappointed about. I think get some more developers on board and stuff, I think Train Sim World could be really, really good. The engine's very, very powerful that it's based on. Right, so I'm releasing the train brake, keeping the loco brake on. Probably 1 notch of power. Release the straight air brake, the loco brake. One yellow. Ah yeah, got it on now. So we are leading on 1 yellow, we are red ahead. It's a pretty high risk situation. Leaving a station on 1 yellow, you can have what's called a soy spad, which is start on yellow, which is it's very easy to leave the station, take full power, forget that you've left on 1 yellow, come around the corner, red ahead, bam, spad. That's why I'm just coming around in nice and slow. I know this bit of the route as far as Sutherland Junction, so I know we haven't got too far to the red. Jonathan, it's 2 switches to flip. So I've done the first one. Is it that one there as well I need? I think it is that one, yeah. Yeah, I've got my little symbol come up now down the bottom, so I should be okay. Northwest train spot, controversial question time. Thoughts on the infamous Pacer? Yeah, I like Pacers. I'm a fan. Right, green. Off we go. So we want to bring the power up nice and slowly, 1 notch at a time. Pausing in each notch. Although the game doesn't seem to want to let me do that. Dan H would much rather a Hoover. How many power notches does this thing have? 10? There we go. Full power. No power. brake on the grey box. The grey box is in the on position. I've already done that one. There's nothing else clickable there. Yeah, I'll figure that out some other time. Why have we stopped? Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. Right. Straight air on, recharge the brake. Right, here we go. That's a good start, isn't it? Everything was going a bit too well, that was the problem. Slowly notch her up. Yeah, we won't worry about the AWS. We're only 15 minutes over to this one, so we won't need that. Window open or closed, guys? What do you reckon? Maxwell, what is an SAS span? Start against signal, Max. So that would be stopped at a station where the signal's red and you pull off when the signal's still red. That would be an SAS span. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Dan, that's exactly the same on the Class 73s. So the little lever on the left there is the isolation lever, and the big one is the change-in switch. So yeah, it could be that it is the simulator. Oh, excuse me, guys. Yeah, no, Jonathan, I'll for fear of not wanting the train to stop on me again, I'll wait back. This bit of route between Southern Junction and Willingdon Junction is on my list of to learns. It's one I'd really like to learn. Oh, excuse me. Right, so we're going to do a running brake test now, so I'm just going to wind the power back nice and slowly. One notch at a time. Don't want to be shutting it right off and opening it right up. You see the ammeter on the right there. We just want to allow the amps to run back before we close off the power. Driving it like a proper train now, into off, and now we're just going to apply initial on the train brake, and so we're doing 50. We want to observe the train speed drop by 10 miles an hour. We're not going to actually wait until we get to, we're dropping down to 40, we're actually going to release that when we get to about 42, 43, so we're going to release that now, so by the time it releases and the air pressure comes up, we'll be doing 40. So there we go, and now we can get our power back in, start building our power up. Dropped a little bit below it. If we was to have released that at 40 miles an hour, we would have dropped to about 37, 36. So by the time the brake recharges and they fully release. So yeah, little things you learn when you're driving freight trains and driving locos. You really sort of anticipate what's going to happen. It's not so bad on the train like this, but if you've got a heavy freight train, you don't want to be losing any more speed than you need to, especially on some of the gradients and some of those. Where are we? South East Rail Productions, you can't hear me very well over the 47. That is not a problem. Okay. Hopefully that's a bit better for you now. She's a noisy beast. So 67 of you lovely people still here tonight. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button and consider subscribing. That would be brilliant. Your second man doesn't say very much. This is second lady, I think. We're being PC in this game. That's my route conductor because I don't sign this bit of route. We do have a hot plate though. So it's a vital piece of equipment, that hot plate. We've got train heating and steam heating as well. This is all mod cons. And an ashtray by the looks of it. For all you smokers out there. Some max, in terms of SPADs, the only ones I know are Cat A, which is driver at error, and Cat B, which is signaller at error. There are several more, but I'm not entirely sure what they all are. It'd be really good to get some... We kind of need more signallers in here, and definitely in the Discord server as well. So we've got our diary contributor section in the Discord server, which is really good, where we've got various RAL staff posting snippets about their day-to-day lives, but we don't have any signallers in there. It'd be really nice to get a couple of signallers to give their perspective. She's thrashing it. We don't have any lights in as well, which is probably not good. Park lights, demister, desk light, cab meters. Where's my headlights? So we're just going to go over there somewhere. Tail light. So I'm guessing up's going to be headlight there. No, they are both tail light switches. Right hand. Train something or other. Oh, there we go. Yeah, Northern Princess Production 66 most definitely does have a hot plate. I use it quite a lot. It's amazing what you can cook on a hot plate. Matthew writes, what is the train on the back? Is it a 66? Quite possibly. It is a 66 on the back. It's a Ying box, which has a tail lamp on it. Terry English, as regards to space, the ball going back in your face must be another. Yeah, the signal going back would be... I want to say that would be a category B. I've had several signals go back in front of me. It's definitely not a nice experience. It really isn't a nice experience. I play on Xbox One, says Northwest Trains, but Tracy Rod 2 and the horn sounds a little bouncy sounding. Okay. Signallers chuck it on ARS and sit back. we want old school manual signallers. Just down the road, well, saying in my local station, Western Ennis has a signal box, Bo Peep signal box. And that's lever frame. Then you've got Hastings just down the road, which is semaphore. So we got a few proper signal boxes around here. Mike, hello. Welcome. Kieran Penny, hello, welcome to the stream. Yeah, Dan H, you can cook a full fry up. You can cook a full fry up on there, trust me. Right, we're going to be busting that 80. So shutting the power back nice and slowly, making sure we run the amps off. Don't want to be damaging the loco. Initial on the train brake, so I'm just going to put it into initial. And I'm going to take it straight off again. At the time that applies, there we go, we're back up to 90 anyway, it literally just is for that crossing. The time that brake applies and releases, I'm just going to anticipate everything. So yeah, on the back of the train, we'll do a British chase. Let's get a flight actually. On the back of the train we've got a, we can chase it along, we've got a flashing tail lamp on the 66. In reality that 66 is running, you can hear the engine running, so you wouldn't need the flashing tail lamp, you could just turn the tail lights on the loco. You'd only use the tail lamp if the loco was actually isolated. But you can put a tail lamp on it, but you can use the tail lights on the loco as well, provided the loco's cut in working. Yeah, Kieran, definitely looking forward to the Spirit of Steam. Really looking forward to that. Rafe, how do you mean by that when you say power? Do you mean in terms of providing heating and lighting for the coaches, or in terms of traction power? Northwest train spotting, the X45 sign near the level crossing. So if you're approaching that level crossing in the wrong direction, it's basically telling you that that level crossing is fitted with what are known as wrong direction controls. I was expecting the magnet there, but it didn't, obviously didn't. So yeah, the level crossing is fitted with wrong direction controls. So it's telling you if you're going in the wrong direction, you just pass over the crossing at 45. I'm really risking a derailment here because I didn't anticipate the speed, because I'm not paying attention, so I'm going to get a big lump of brake in there and hope for the best. 70% brake. Hopefully my brakes are in pass and not goods. A bit more, 90% brake. Please don't derail. There we go. See, I've just released the brake now. Look, the speed's still coming off because it takes such a long time for that brake to recharge. So I should have released that brake far, far earlier. That's what happens when you're going into panic mode. Yeah, Kieran, work's been really good, thank you, just lately. Yeah, it's been nice to be off the seasonal services, doing some more ballast work. I'm doing some mentoring at the moment as well, so teaching other people, which has been really nice. Hopefully to a better standard than what I'm driving on here. Matthew, no, I won't be able to watch the preview tomorrow. I will be at work, unfortunately. So that was one yellow up to green, that last signal. Welsh Train Spot, first time live, hello! Northern Princess Productions, when watching you drive I feel like I'm much more aggressive than most of my brake applications, even huntless. That last one was pretty aggressive. Northwest Train Spotter, I couldn't possibly tell you, but I drive blue freight trains and I don't work for DRS. That's about as much as I can say on the matter. Debbie, where are we going? We are just coming towards Hampton Park, actually. We're going to Eastbourne.
Right, hello. London Transport, were you driving double-headed 6
yesterday? Yes, I was. I need like a third screen with like the TikTok channel as well. Right, one yellow. Okay, so running those amps off into neutral, and we're going to get a big chunk of braking because the red is not too far away. So I want to get my train speed down to about 25, so once we get to about 30 I'm going to release the brake. I'm going to release it now actually, the speed that's coming off. So by the time my brake pipe recharges, we're about where we want to be. Mike, we're driving a class 47 at the moment on a rail tour service. Just coming towards Willingdon Junction, Hampton Park, and then we are into Eastbourne. And we are currently red ahead. Northern Princess Productions, it was a late break, but I tend to aim for about 60%. Right, green. We are going to be following the train all the way into Eastbourne now, so I'm just going to be getting my speed up to about... it is 70, dropping to 55, then 25 into the station, but I'm probably going to be doing about 35, 40, just so we don't catch the other train up. Yeah, if you're driving most passenger stock, they're sort of looking at step 2 or 60% braking is pretty good. Freight trains, you don't really want to be dropping the brake pressure below 4 bar if you can help it. Sometimes you have to. It's obviously the brake's there, if you need it, use it, but you shouldn't be sort of routinely driving using strong braking. Maxwell win, yeah, I signed the 1066 and the Marshalling, both of those. Marshalling's a really nice drive. I really enjoy driving the Marshalling. Northwest Train Spot, and you should do West Cornwall local. Yeah, I've done that one a few times actually. I really do enjoy that route. Certainly look at doing that. Tees Valley, I want to get Tees Valley and have a go on that. I don't have Tees Valley. Might do that one Saturday actually. It's a bit weird, isn't it? I'm driving a class 47. There's nobody out with cameras. There'd be railway enthusiasts and cameras and spotters everywhere. In reality. Yeah, it's just going to plod along at 40. That's nice. Matthew Rice, what is the most fun you have had on the railways? Oh, Matthew, good question. Every day is fun. Every day is fun. Yeah, Northern Princess Productions. That's a yeah. If a 3-step brake, step 2 is about where you want to be at. Definitely. Southeast Train Spot, I've just seen a funnel cloud in Dover. Very weird because we don't have any wind. Oh, it's going to be a tornado. Northwest Train Spotting, I know all Merseyrail stations. Brilliant. Right, we have got a 1 yellow coming up. We're just going to drop that into initial brake. Did that register? There we go. So our red is just round the corner. Going to get that down to about 20 mile an hour. No sense racing towards red signals. So yeah. Once we get down to about 25, I'm just going to release that. So I'm releasing that brake now. Speed's still coming off. By the time that recharges, we'll be doing about around 20 by the time that recharges, so that's good. Well, 22. Close enough. Matthew Rice, do you give a hoot at rail tours when you pass them? Yeah, definitely. I passed Mayflower yesterday at Woking actually when I was on the double-headed 69. I certainly gave them a toot. I think they were more impressed by what I was driving rather than what they were on. Right, so I'm back into initial. Bracing that again. What I want to try not to fan the brake. Absolutely no point racing up to red signals. The only time you race up for red signals is when you need a wee. Did I say that out loud? When you're dying for the loo and there's a nice big bush next to it, then you might race up to it. Red ahead. And we want to aim to stop about a loco length from the signal. Train Spot from Berkshire, will we see a collaboration video between you and Sam Robinson? Yes, you definitely will. Sam's going to route conduct me over the Great Western Express route, which is obviously a route he signs. That is something we have spoken about and we have been planning for a very, very long time, so watch this space. So I am aware I'm still rolling there. So let's just put that in initial and stop. So what we're going to do now when we've stopped the train, I'm going to put the locomotive brake on full. I am then going to release the train brake, recharge that. I would normally go into neutral as well, but we've got the signal now. So once the train brake is fully released, we'll want to give that a few seconds just to make sure the brakes come off at the back of the train. We're going to take 1 notch of power. I'm going to release the locomotive brake. And what we're going to do is we're just going to wait for the train to start moving. As you can see, it's starting to move now. And what that's doing is we've only put a little bit of power on it, so that's just stretching the couplers out on all the wagons nice and gently. If we was to put loads of power on, you're going to get a lot of lurching as all the couplers kind of stretch and come back together and the buffers are hitting one another. So we just put a little bit of power on, which is just going to stretch the couplers between all the wagons, or coaches in this case, as we've got. Once they're all stretched and all moving, then we can start to get a bit more power in. We're going into platform 2, we are 25 miles an hour. We need to do 15 for the ramps and 10 for the TPWS loops. Yeah, Ben, unfortunately I do drive with a keyboard. I'd love to have, and I've said it so many times, I'd love to have joystick support for this game. I believe it is something that will happen in the future. Yeah, Robert, on occasions I let people look in the cab. Depends on the circumstances and time and bits and bobs, but yeah, even now on freight, if I've got the time and stuff, and we're, I don't sort of mind letting people have a nosy round. Northern Princess, what do you mean the PEP trains? Not familiar with that term. Right, so all I'm going to do now is I'm literally going to flick the brakes into initial, and then I'm going to come straight back to release. And that's just going to take a tiny bit of speed out of it. There we go. Yeah, Max, I let you in 2015, and we only realised it was you like a few months ago. That was really strange. So I want to get down for the TPWS loop, so I'm just going to flick that into initial, straight back off again. Just going to drop the brake pressure and come back up. So there we go, beautiful. What we don't want to be doing is using the locomotive brake whilst we're on the move. That's a really bad thing to do. Using the locomotive brake while you're on the move, all the wagons are basically going to bunch up behind the locomotive and start pushing it forward. It's definitely not something you want to happen. And we're going to do the same again. We're just going to flick that straight into initial and straight back off again. So into initial, straight into release. Into initial again. Just going to leave that there and hope it acts soon. Come on. There we go. A little bit of panicking at the end there, nothing too major. Brakes on. Unlock doors on the right. Oh, that was a bit close, that, wasn't it? Just trying to be so professional about it. That's a good 6 foot away from the buffer stops. It's where we should be aiming to stop, 6 foot from the buffer stops. I'll take that. It's close enough. Loading passengers, loading passengers. Have we had anything else posted in the Discord before we wrap it up? That looks like my computer. It's not my computer. Someone has the same keyboard as me. With, I'm really hungry now. Hungry for chips. I'm really hungry. And 66s. So guys, I'm just going to see what sort of score I get. There's no reason why it shouldn't be relatively decent, hopefully. It's coming up now. There we go, we'll take that. Yeah, tiny bit of speeding through there. And a little bit there. Nothing too major. We'll take that. Nice kind of smooth braking curves-ish. Not too bad, not too bad. We'll take that. We'll take that. We didn't eat the buffers, Pig and Bob. It wasn't Team Biscuits with the manager. I mean, if I'd hit the buffers, I would have just said I'm a West Coast driver. But, quick. All opinions in this video are solely my own. All of that good stuff. Must say that. Might get into trouble otherwise. No, but seriously. So there we go, guys. Yeah, no, it's been a really, really good stream. Really pleased to be getting back into it now. So fantastic. I am going to be streaming again on Saturday at the usual time of 8:30. Not sure what we're going to do yet. We might do. I quite enjoyed driving the 47, to be fair. So I might do something in the 47 on the Transpennine, or might do the Tees Valley, which I've only done the Transpennine once, and I haven't done the Tees Valley at all on stream. So we'll see. But yeah, you've got the Spirit of Steam live stream on tomorrow as well, which should be really good. So yeah, do go and check that out. If you haven't already, please do hit that like button, consider subscribing, that would be awesome. If you want to follow me on my socials, you can do. They are on the screen for you right now, somewhere, just about there. Facebook.com/DadRow, Instagram, DadRow Official, TikTok, DadRow Official, and Twitter, DadRow as well. All of those good DadRow type things. And if you want to join our Discord server, you're more than welcome to do so, and there should be a link to enable you to do that in the description below. Robert, GSMR video will be coming very soon. There will be, I 100% guarantee it, guys, there will be a video out this week. 100% guarantee there will be a video out this week. It won't be the GSMR one, but there will be a video out this week. Promise you. Absolutely promise you. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's been good. It's been great. It's been superb. And I shall see you all, hopefully, on Saturday, or if not, in the next one.